morning. Um, so I wanted to record a live video while I have really poofy eyes. And there's a part of me that is, just wait until, later in the day or maybe until tomorrow, until I don't have poofy eyes anymore. My hair is nice and dry and looks good. But I actually want to, hi kitty, I actually want to do it right now because this is part of a process that I'm in right now that I call reeling. And I spell that with an EA, so this is reeling, meaning becoming more real. And it does feel like reeling. It feels like reeling. And I believe that we're in a time where reality is breaking down left and right. We are constantly being told what's real by people who don't necessarily have our best interests at heart. So the process of reeling, aligning ourselves with reality, is incredibly important in this time. And I do not, oh kitty. Okay, I got a kitty butt in front of the video. There we go. Okay, so I don't believe in this model that, I don't believe in the model that we all just have our own realities and that there are multiple realities and that there is no such thing as absolute truth or absolute reality. I also don't believe that there is one particular paradigm or worldview that has all of the answers. So my perspective is that reality exists. I like to spell reality with a capital R because I consider it sacred and divine. I believe that reality is infused with the divine, and the transcendent is right here infused into every part of reality. So reality is as it is. We don't make our own reality. I don't believe that. I do believe we co-create it. We contribute to the making of reality and the fabric of reality, but we are not all just running around with our own reality bubbles that we just get to make on our own however we wish. What we can do, however, is to align ourselves with reality as she or he or they really is. This is something I'm really passionate about, and for the last 3 years I've gone through an initiatory process. It wasn't planned. So unintegrated initiations or unintegrated trauma is, I'm getting, trauma when it's integrated becomes an initiation. So this journey started out as severe trauma, but as it is integrating, it is becoming an initiation. So in this process of this trauma turning into initiation, I've been really studying how to align myself with reality, how to become more real, and how to align my stories about the world, my sense making about the world, more with how reality actually is. And so last night I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I cried a lot. That's why my voice is rough and my eyes are puffy. And it's because I was confronted with another cycle of reeling, and I ended up reeling quite a bit. And what happens in that process is that, like fear, it starts with fear. And last night I went through a lot of fear. I was right on the verge of panic attacks. And it's the crazy making part of it is trying to understand what the fear is saying. So there's a part of me that thinks that the fear is a wise, helpful assessment of the present moment and is trying to guide me into protection in what's happening in this present moment. And then there's another part of me that thinks that the fear is a projection from the past, that it's rooted from the past, in the past, and that it is projecting some past scenario into the present moment. And the reeling in the mind, the spinning, happens when those two parts come into conflict. And I don't know what's real. I don't know if the fear is wise and telling me things and I need to listen to what it's saying and I need to take precautions, or if the fear is coming from the past and I need to be with the part of me that's afraid and just love that part and allow it to express, without needing to take these, steps in the present moment, without believing or attaching to them being real in this present moment, like without believing the story that the fear is telling in that moment, basically. So it becomes a question of what's real. Yeah, I am currently mid-process, so there's still a part of me that is unsure, and it's incredibly emotional. It's a very somatic experience, but it's also like when the conflict resolves, I know I will be more closely aligned with reality, and I will be more in my power. I will be more my real, authentic self. So I wanted to, just kind of drop in mid-process. I don't want to talk about the thing that's causing all of this, what the fear is about. I might do that later when it's integrated. But I just wanted to come on and just give a glimpse of what that looks like in the moment. And with a guest appearance here of my emotional support a champion. He's just a fantastic supporter. Last night he never bites. He never ever bites. And last night he was biting me. He kept biting my arm. And it was during a time when I was very, very stuck. And I was very bitter and hard and trying to hide from my emotions and just shut down the entire cycle and back out of it and just come to a really bitter solution. And during that time he kept biting me, which was it was disturbing because he never ever does that. I've had this critter for more than 8 years and he's never bitten me before, but he kept gnawing on my arm, and it made it impossible to fully dissociate and leave my body. So I'm very grateful for the service he provided for me, and I'm really grateful for the tenderness that he's showing me now, as I'm letting the pieces of this cycle of reeling settle. So thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to sharing more about the reeling process.